to make not one, but two True Blue cards today. This is the True Blue Florals Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. This is the branching out stamp set. Recently retired, but you voted for this for the card club. This is the January 2026 Card on Blue Card Club tutorial. First one of the year, 2026. We've been having card club tutorials for a few years now. I'm going to go ahead and show you this paper. Now, this paper is pretty cool. And because my card club is called Card on Blue, I figured it'd be awesome to feature this True Blue Florals in my card club at least once. So thank you to all my team members who sent me some of this paper, and I was able to get the entire card club to have 12 6x6 sheets of this by the time I was all done. You know we put something blue in every month's card club since the beginning, which is almost 3 years now. Here's the other side of this paper. I think you're really going to like this. Now, if you didn't get it, it was only $5 to get a pack of 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper. And the reason it was only $5 is because it is what we call the product of the month. This was the December product of the month. So with a $75 order, you can get this paper for $5. I already bought my package. I already purchased it in December. Now, if you didn't get it in December, you can still get it in January. Now, you'll just have to place a $75 order to get this for $5. But if you do a different order, a different $75 order, you can also get the January product of the month. I haven't used it yet. It is called Fabulous Sayings, and I thought it'd be great to use this in an upcoming card club because I think my card club members are, going after this $5 set this month. Okay, I like how big it is. By the way, this font is huge, and it's not just on the case, but look how big it is in reality. So when you put the happy birthday over this, the happy birthday is actually bigger than the case, and it already looks pretty big on the case, but it's actually bigger than that even. So you can see how big these stamps are, which is great. And of course, who doesn't love a mixed font set? Who can't use Fabulous Sayings? So that's that. Anyway, talked about that. Later on, we'll talk about my bingo. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll open up this month's paper pumpkin kit and do that. I just got that in the mail. All right, let's take a trimmer and just start cutting our layers. Okay, card number 1. Let's make this card number 1. So for card number 1, you're going to need this piece. By the way, you all have this in your card club kit. Anyone else can just follow along. You're going to need this piece. And you're going to need this piece, okay? That's card number 1. Just like so. Card number 2, we're going to need the other 3. I'm using all the pieces. 1, okay, 2, this little pattern, and 3. Now, you're going to kind of laugh when you tell you, I was actually thinking, I didn't just think about it. I tried cutting out these little flowers. I was going to put them on the branches. And I quickly gave up after saying, why am I not using my scan and cut? And then I remember we don't use our scan and cut for the card club. We just have to go with it. So anyway, I just decided not to put any flowers on those branches. But I do have pine cones on on a different set of cards. So this is just the first 2 of the 4 cards we're going to make. So the first layer you're going to cut is going to be 5 1/4 by 4. Okay, once again, 5 1/4 by 4. We're going to go ahead and cut all the pieces, and then I'll write it down. Okay, so we will write it down on a piece of paper. I'll write it as I go, and then I'll just show you that. So, actually, I'll write it in a minute. We need room. Next layer. This is our vertical layer. Okay, let's see. 3 3/4. See, we're still on this piece. We're still on this paper. We're going to still do vertical design. This design kind of mattered if it's vertical. I mean, if you want it to matter. 3 3. Let's see. So it'll be 4 3/4. I don't think this pattern matters so much. You're not really going to see anything on this one. 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so far so good. We've only just made a 1/2 inch margin around the paper. 4 3/4 by 3.5 for my auto captioning that's happening on YouTube. Third layer. Actually, wait, this one. This one goes over, wait. I'm sorry. We're on the right one. This was this card here. Let's put that there. I was getting confused myself. This one is third layer. Yes, this is right. Okay, we're gonna do 4 1/4 by 3 inches. All right, so now we have the layers, and we're gonna be using the branching out dies. We'll do all the stamping in a little bit. Okay, I'm throwing all the extra pieces in here. I'm gonna write down what we have so far so you guys can follow along. And then we'll work on cutting card number 2. Okay, so we have card number 1. Card number 1 is going to be a Secret C card base. Secret C is one of our in colors. Okay, card base is 11 inches times 4 1/4 inches. And you're going to go ahead and score that card at 5.5 to get what I have here, which is an A2 card. So we're going to score at 5.5. I didn't put anything in the inside yet. Feel free to do that. Okay, we're going to put a little line here. I'm just going to go ahead and put this part. The next card is going to be, this is your Balmy Blue card. We're making both cards tonight. And I'm just going to go ahead and put that right there. Get that ready. Balmy Blue. Okay, this card is going to be 8.5 times 5.5. And you're going to score this card at 4 1/4. That's our Balmy Blue card. All right, so this card, back to this card, we have layer 1, 2, and 3, with layer 1 being 5 1/4 times 4 inches. Layer 2 being 4 3/4 times 3.5 inches. And layer 3 being 4 1/4 times 3 inches. Okay, we're going to just go ahead and write this, draw it. I'm like a visual person here, who we're drawing it in that it's just going to be a vertical card, each rectangle being a bit smaller than the next. All right, once again, just for the captioning, layer 1 is 5 1/4 times 4. Layer 2 is 4 3/4 by 3.5. Layer 3 is 4 1/4 by 3. All right, I'm going to let you take a picture of that in a moment. Let's go ahead and cut this part for this card. Okay, this part is done here. And then this part. All right, so let's take this pieces. Now, this one, because we're doing a horizontal card, you're going to want to make sure your flowers aren't upside down or backwards. And even though they're only sticking out on the sides, make sure that that's your horizontal card. So go ahead and do the 4 inches side first. So for this horizontal card, it's still going to be, the first layer is still the same, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Okay, 5 1/4 by 4 inches. Next layer, it's this white layer. I try to do contrasting layers. I'm going to do this one. It doesn't really matter. This one goes in both directions. So 4.5 by 3 1/4. I do all the experimenting so you don't have to. We try to, work out these papers and how they're going to go well together, like so. And then another contrasting layer. which is Balmy Blue layer, and this is going to be 4 1/4 by 3, saving all those scraps. All right, so that's the next layer. So there we go. Dun, dun, dun. And we have another layer for that one too, but let's just write this down so far. Layer 1, 2, and 3. There's actually going to be a 4th layer for this one, but it's a different kind of paper. So layer 1 is going to be 5 1/4 times 4. Layer 2, 4 1/2 times 3 1/4. Layer 3, 4 1/4 times 3. All right, now layer 4, we'll go ahead and write that. The layer 4 is going to be the piece of specialty paper. I always put specialty paper into your packages. Take out this piece that looks like pearl, and it's like you got this much. You have enough for a few cards. It's pearlescent paper, and you're going to go ahead and cut off 3/4 of an inch with this paper. Okay, and it's going to be what we need. We need it because we need to have that little contrasting layer for when we use ribbon on this card. This card's going to have the ribbon. So this is going to be 5 1/4 times 3/4 of an inch. All right, so let me read that one more time. Layer 1 on this horizontal card is going to be 5 1/4 times 4 inches. Layer 2 is going to be 4 1/2 inches times 3 1/4 inch. Layer 3 is 4 1/4 times 3 inches. And layer 4 is the pearlescent paper. And it is going to be 5 1/4 times 3 inches. We didn't cut it yet because I don't cut it like that. I cut it after I assemble these. I'm going to use my Seal Plus adhesive to assemble these. But I want you to be able to take your screenshot thus far, just so you have this part. And then I don't really need to worry about the rest, except I'm just going to write. I mean, it's going to be the same ink for both of them. So I'll write the ink on the bottom. But I want you to at least see this part. Let's go like that. Let me move this up. And then I can get rid of this paper. Let me just write a couple more things. We're going to write True Blue Florals. Here. True. Okay. Who already has the True Blue Florals? Besides, if you're not in my card club, I mean, who ordered this True Blue Florals? DSP. It's going to be, everything is DSP except for this layer 4, which is pearlescent paper. Okay, you can take your picture, and then, of course, there's only 2 colors of ink. I'm going to write them at the bottom, but I want this to be able to fit in the screenshot. Get rid of that glare. Okay, time for your screenshot, so I can move this. And that's our 2 cards. So that's easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now we're going to use just 2 colors of ink for all of this. We need a blending brush and 2 colors of ink. Here's a blending brush. Guess what? You guessed it. Balmy blue, because everything's blue, the whole card. Balmy blue. And what are we using for the sentiments? Secret C. Those are the only 2 colors we need. Okay, so that's it. Let's start assembling. Let's get rid of this paper. So you're going to take your Seal Plus adhesive or glue and just layer them up. Now, I usually do 2. I have 4 cards each month, but I usually do them in separate tutorials. But this month, I just decided because this stamp set is no longer available, I'm just going to make it 2 tutorials. And because these cards are very simple, we're going to put them all together in one video, these 2. And then tomorrow night, because this is the 3rd week of the month, we always do all the card club tutorials after or around the time you all have your kits. Okay, so that's kind of how I do it. I mail out you have until the 10th of each month to sign up for the card club. I mail out the kits on the 2nd week, and on the 3rd week we do the tutorials. You're going to use a little bit of a ledge for this one, for this pearlescent piece, so you can push it against the edge. Anyway, then by the time you all get your tutorials, then you can follow along better. But I know that sometimes if you live in the West Coast or something, you might not have it, but some of you have had it for a while. Oh, why is my Seal Plus giving me a hard time today. I'm going to have to rearrange it. I'm trying to just get this like maybe out. Maybe I need to do that. There we go. Out. And I'm going to put this like that. I think that'll work. Then I'll put it back in because it just came unaligned. Unaligned, misaligned. We don't stress out. I had bigger problems with YouTube today than I'm going to have with this Seal Plus. I had to do my stream over again. And I think I'm going to blame it on my husband. He's using all my bandwidth up lately. Okay, I have to find another one of these to see how it's supposed to go. Okay, let's see. Go like that. Does it go in front or does it go in back? Oh, you know what? If I can get another one, I just might as well open another one. That would be easier. It's easier just to take out another one. But I do want to see how it goes because I will not let this little sucker get the best of me. All right. How does it go? Goes like this. I'm going to find this little hole to put it in. There we go. I at least know where it goes. I will not be defeated by a darn adhesive. Okay, I got that side in, but not that side. Huh. Somehow my little hook. Now that little guy has to stay on there. Aha. Ha-ha. Sucker. All right. Wait, now we gotta put this one. This one goes, okay, this is the brand new case. So we can put this one back. We were just dissecting it to see how it goes. All right, now we can put this one back in here. You can refill these, by the way. But I know we're out of everything because we had an adhesive sale not too long ago. And I know I partook in the adhesive sale. I hope you guys did too. All the adhesives were on sale. I think it was Black Friday. So then everything, like almost every adhesive was out of stock after that sale. They should be coming back into stock this month. Anywho, putting this little piece like so. And you're going to trim off the excess. You're going to go, like, I just do that. I just do it like that and trim off the excess in the back. It kind of feels crooked. You know, it's feeling crooked, but I'm just going to go like that. Move it up a little bit. I'm not going to move it too much up because I don't want the paper to rip. We're not doing this again. Ah, yay. So that's good. And now we're going to take this one, this piece of balmy blue ribbon. You have this in your kit. It's the balmy blue that comes with the Easter set. It's part of the Easter basket bundle, or Easter, Joy of Easter gingham ribbon. It's called balmy blue gingham ribbon. Joy of Easter. Now for this one, I found that the Seal Plus was a little bit like too wide for me, and I couldn't get it straight. So I think for this ribbon, when you put ribbon on a card, it's better to use tear and tape. If you're jonesing for adhesive and you can't wait for Stampin' Up! To get them back in stock, I do sell adhesives. So I have an adhesive kit you can get. So just go ahead and get my adhesive kit. It's in the kits, clubs, and offerings link below. And you'll have all the adhesives because I'm an adhesive hoarder. And I do make adhesive kits, and you get a really cool 3-dimensional glue holder. Okay, so you can see the tear and tape just hides the back, which is really nice. There's a 3-dimensional glue holder with it. You get an adhesive eraser. You get a cute little bag that says make it stick that I use iron-on material for. I'm just tucking the extra around the back. The extra balmy blue, put a little bit of adhesive over it. Okay, you're going to go into your, I have stuff everywhere. I'm in the middle of like 20 different projects. Go into your little bag that says Secret C in balmy blue. Pull out pull out a balmy blue card. Make sure that that's the bottom, like it's a horizontal card. All your card bases are made for you each month. Your die cutting is done for you. You get extra inserts, you get extra envelopes. And that's for 8 different cards, all Stampin' Up! Products. Okay, so anyway, that's what you're going to do with your card. Whoops. And now we'll do the vertical card. We're going to stamp at the end. So putting this here. See how this goes up? So that's going to be right side up. So make sure that that part is right side up. All right, so sometimes I have to look through the camera because I can't see what you guys see when I'm at my angle crafting. So if I look through the camera, I can see that it needs to go smidgen to the left. To the left, to the left. Okay. There we go. So that's good. Everything's cool with that one. This was my emergency backup seal plus. So we're putting that back in the bag, even though it's still new, putting it in my drawer here. All right. I'm done with the tear and tape for now because there's no ribbon on the second card. All right, we're just going to assemble that one real quick. Put that in the bag. I never keep the lid on my Seal Plus, but I'm just putting it on because it's the beginning, or it's a new Seal Plus, so I put the lid back on it. It's like, all right, whatever. What good does that do? Because when we're crafters, we never use our lids. What is a ginger chew doing in my video tutorial? It just jumped in there. Okay, that's that card. And then we need our Secret C. Our Secret C vertical card base. I just got to keep double checking because in that moment it could go. This one doesn't really matter the direction. One great thing about our products is how well they coordinate. Now, so for this die, you're going to put, this die is going to be on this, on this card like that when you're done. And I didn't want to put anything else behind it because it already took up like most of the card already. And then this one, this little postage one is going to be here. So we're going to be doing a little bit of inking first. So now that those are done, put those off to the side. Done with your trimmer. And now just grab out your blending brush, your stamping blocks, your stamp set, and let's see, a big stamping block. You need a big stamping block. And the branching out stamp set, branching out. Here, let's get rid of this. We don't need our adhesive. Oh, yeah, we do need, no, we don't need that kind of adhesive anymore. We will use some dimensionals because those will be popped up. All right, now we need, I thought I had one of those, like a rubber, like a silicone mat. Okay, since I can't find my silicone, let's see, silicone mat. Huh. thinking, where, oh, where would my silicone mat be? Oh, here we go. Here we go. All right, that's better. I'd rather use that. So what you want to do is you want to take, so when you're inking up this, you want to take your balmy blue. Let's see. Balmy blue, Secret C. Those are the two colors. So for this, you just take a little bit of ink, put it on your stamping block, right? And then you got to, you got some blobs there. So you can just take this, right? And ink up your different die cut shapes, okay? But the reason you use a silicone mat is to top off the first blob. Hey, that's okay, Christina. You didn't get a notification. It's because my first stream failed. My second link broke, and now I'm on my third time. So then I just did it very last minute. Sorry that I was coming online. I mean, not last minute. I tried for like an hour. It wasn't last minute at all. But I tried for like an hour to come online. I was like, I'm going to go early tonight. I think we're going to blame my husband. He's sucking all the bandwidth. This is what happens when you're retired, right? And then on weeknights, you can watch whatever you want. And like my TV also runs off my internet. And then I just don't have enough bandwidth. So when he finally goes to bed, I guess I'm just going to have to keep going late on YouTube. I know people like me to go earlier, but it's just going to have to keep being late. Because I don't have the bandwidth to do it earlier. Literal bandwidth, any kind of bandwidth. Physical or mental. Or actual bandwidth from my internet provider. Okay, so isn't that pretty? So we're going to ink it up like so. Ink it up like so. I like to do extras always too. Let's just find it. I just grabbed some. I had a bunch on my table. Oh, that's an Easter one. We're using that same one in an Easter workshop kit, by the way. Look how cute that looks. We used it for our little treat holders we made last time on YouTube. So I'll show you those again at the end. I'll give you a sneak peek of the cards we're making tomorrow night and a sneak peek of what we're doing this weekend with our Easter basket workshop series. All right, what was this one? Oh, this one was me doing this again. This weekend we're going to do a gatefold card. Maybe this weekend. Or else we're doing it eventually. Let's put it that way. It was something I did an all-nighter for the other night. It was my swap. But I'll show you guys. My swappers shouldn't be watching. I don't think they're watching. All right, so let's do the branching part. So you're going to take the big branch. There's lots of branches, but you want to take the big branch. I think I put on the outside of the case. Be careful because if you don't put things in your plastic or in another bag, they can kind of rip your wrapping. So make sure, I was just storing it temporarily, but make sure you store things in between the two sheets of plastic so it doesn't rip your wrapping. We need Hello Friend. So we're going to take off the hello. And I really hope that Stampin' Up! Starts putting, some writing on these for us. There's the Hello Friend for the small card. And then this one is Happiest Birthday Wishes. Oh, no, that's not it. We'll do that for another card. Sorry. We're doing Hello Friend. Let's see. This one is Hello Friend with the branches. Oh, Thinking of You. We're going to do this. Thinking of You brings joy to my heart. This font is great, right? Thinking of You brings, this is the one we want. All right, let's do that first. We keep this out. We're going to do the Secret C in a moment, but keep that out. So we got Thinking of You brings joy to my heart. And we need this one for that. We're going to do that one first. Okay. Secret C. I want to say Secret Squirrel when I see that. Secret C. I just always put it on a piece of paper first, so that you're not upside down, that the ink looks good. You're just testing it out on a piece of paper. I wobble it a little bit because it's such a small stamp. I don't know, it looks pretty good. Is the T supposed to look like that? Huh. That font has a weird looking T. But the T looks like that. That's what it looks like. All right. I didn't notice that before. I do like the font either way. I mean, I would take my pen and, make the T bigger. But then I could mess up the stamp. And it's like, never mind. The T, that's the way the author of the font intended. I can tell it says Thinking of You. All right. Woohoo! Working good. I mean, I'm saying woohoo because I didn't mess up my stamps. Okay, into my wash bucket. It goes. And now we'll do hello friend, and then we'll do the branching on top of it. I did it both ways. I tried branching. I tried using the branches on top of it. And then I tried like doing the hello friend afterwards. I decided to do it. I'm going to do the hello friend first because I just think it's easier to put the branches on top of the hello friend. Okay, so we're going to put the hello here on the left. And we're going to put the friend on the right. Here, let's just get rid of this for a second. I could use other stamping blocks, but it's just easier to stick it over there. When you have small stamps, I like a giant block. It just keeps it so much more stable. When you have even though it's a small stamp and you're like, oh, I can use a tiny stamping block. I don't know, I just think it works better on a big stamping block. What do you guys think? You get like stability. See? Then the friend comes out. If you have a small stamping block, sometimes you have to wobble it and jiggle it and all this stuff. All right, so that's that. Now we're going to put the branch on the same stamping block. Oh, we need a sticky note. Well, we don't need a sticky note. That's for the next card. So if you want to mask it and you only want the branch on certain places, you do need a sticky note. But in this case, I didn't need a sticky note. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to show you the other two cards we're making as well. All right, so stick that there. Then you're going to go like across. What I think I'm going to do, though, instead is I'm going to make the darker ones like there. What happened is I kept writing over the hello. You don't know how many times I did this. I want the darker ones maybe to be like here and like here and like here. And I'm going to put the lighter one across where it goes on top of the writing. Okay? I think this will be a great stamp for Halloween time, too. You could turn this into something spooky, I think. So let me show you what I mean. So when I say lighter, even though it's balmy blue, it's like lighter would be just like off stamping. It's just a technique. So you see how like dark it is? Ooh. See, this is why you test your stamps. That's not balmy blue. All right, we're shutting this one down, Secret C. We need balmy blue. So we'll have to get rid of that. All right, we'll clean that off. Hey, this is real life. So she can't use it. I can't use this block on the small one. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you're saying if you use a big block on the small one, you get a mess sometimes. Yeah. When you use a big block on a small stamp, sometimes you end up with like ink on the corners. Like that's an issue too. It could be an issue. All right, what I'm doing is I'm cleaning off. I accidentally put Secret C on here. Let me see if I have my scrubby. My scrubby. All right. It's hopefully, it'll just take a second to dry. Anyway, that was Christina's comment. And Jean is here. Nice to see you again, Jean. Hope you're doing okay. I have your bingo kit almost ready to go. I did it last night. But then the guys left so early this morning, before I was even awake, to bring my mail, which is awesome. My brother and husband took my mail for me. But they did it at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, you also use a big, so Jean's saying she also uses a big block with her small stamps. Okay, yeah, thank you for going back for the replay. I have all the, Christina, I have all the measurements that I showed it earlier. I don't remember what timestamp that was where I showed the measurements, but I did show all the measurements. And hello, Tassie, nice to see you again. And Deb Salinas, thank you and Christina for being YouTube channel members. Hello, Rob from Connecticut. Noreen is here. Nice to see you, Noreen. And Rosemary, I think I still have I'm still waiting on a couple things for your DSP share. I think my package will come tomorrow, and I'm going to send it whatever it is. Like whatever. If I don't have it all, well, I might send some of it. Let's put it that way. I'm going to try. All right, so good. This looks like it's dry. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the darker ones like on the side this time instead of the darker one across the hello. Okay, that way I'm going to put the darker one up there too. So that's just my idea this time. I did it. I don't know why I didn't think of it last time. So I'm going to go like that. Okay. So now it's not blocking the word hello. See, before, I think it's better that the lighter one is over the top of the hello, and this time I put this. So to get them lighter, what you want to do is you want to off stamp onto a piece of paper. Okay, so let's put that there. Put a piece of paper there, and you're going to off stamp onto the paper. Okay, dip into your ink and just go like that. Now, then go like that across your whole entire thing. Okay, isn't that cool? So you got this. Now you're not blocking the word hello. And I think I'll do another couple over here for good measure. But this time I will probably use my mask because I don't want anything to happen on that part. I think that part's already too busy. So let's take, and I could use the other branch and yada, 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 but we're just going to, we're just going to do what we can do. So I off-stamped it, and I'm going to go like that. Nice. Okay. Off-stamp again. And we'll do like that. Okay. I like it. Every time it's going to be different. So it's really cool. So again, I recommend the darker one not going right through your sentiment. Put the darker ones off to the side. And always do that first. Always do like experiment first and before you. I mean, experiment on a piece of paper first, I'm saying, not experiment. Okay, let's do that. And we put some of these, maybe 5 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are just Stampin' Dimensionals. Oh, little happy face on the Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Hello, Tracy. Nice to see you again. And Cards by Chris. I sent out your card club members, your card club kit, I should say. Your card club kit is in the mail. Tracy got hers ages ago, I think. But Chris, yours should be in the mail. And Auntie Bubbles is here. Thank you, Janet. You also got your card club kit a while back. So Christina's saying, I honestly wasn't sure about this DSP, but seeing it in person, it's really pretty. Oh, I knew I would love it only because of the colors. I didn't even care about the patterns. I was like, this is blue. I'm going to love it. What am I doing? This one. I'm doing, not that one. I'm doing this one. Yes, it is so pretty. And the colors, I love having blue on top of blue on top of blue, like all the different like blues to, so what you want to do is not put these where it's not going to, you don't want these to touch. So you could just sort of do that. Don't let them touch your ribbon, these dimensionals, because they don't stick a darn worth on the fabric. And ribbon is fabric, so just kind of stick them like that. Peel off the back. And we're going to put the thinking of you on there. But before that, we have to double check one more time that it's right side up. All right, let's see which one's better. I think this stamp came out better, just in my opinion. Put the stamp there. Okay, now you might get little embellishments. We'll try that tomorrow. I have cute little embellishments I sent you, but I just, I didn't pull them out for this tutorial because I thought, a couple of rhinestones would look cute, et cetera, et cetera. I just didn't put embellishments on any of my cards yet. I always have to make sure I have enough for every kit and et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know where the rest of them are, but I think I sent you guys rhinestones and something else. So that is that. Now let's look at another couple of things you could do. You could take your little blending brush, or not blending brush, your little Wink of Stella brush. Let me get that. I must have put Wink of Stella on like 1,000 bunnies the other day. So, I mean, one thing you could do, even without your embellishments here, is you can take, I like to do this to the edge of my, to the edge of my little thing sometimes. It just makes the edges sparkly. Okay, so that's one option. Because you can add rhinestones. And you could do that to the edges of those. You can put little stones in the middle of those. Okay, did we call this one? What do we call this one? We called this number, Secret C was 1. So let's put it like that. All right, so Secret C, that's our cards. And then we did our balmy blue cards. All right, let me keep showing you what else we're making. Talk about some other things. Open a paper pumpkin, have a little more fun, and keep saying hi to people. All right, so I hope you enjoyed. That's the end of the tutorials for the 2 cards for the January 2026 card on blue. And then tomorrow night's sneak peek of tomorrow night's cards. Hello, Michelle. Nice to see you again. I hope you got your kit. Hope all is well. And I hope you guys like this paper. Oh, yes, you got your Whatnot giveaways, too. A Whatnot is awesome, right, you guys? All right, so this paper, you're like, what paper is this? You're probably going, what paper is this? Well, you guys are going to know if you got your kit what paper that is. I colored the paper. I wanted to make a winter card because, if I got to show you this again, the branching out. It was made to be like a winter card, right? These are perfectly aligned with the branches. These little pines and the pine cones and the little pine needles, they're actually aligned to this branch. And so these come like together on a stamp, meaning like when you stick them, not with that branch, but the other branch. Anywho, wherever the stamps are, here they are. I'll show you. See what I mean? I was like, we have to create with these because they're all like, I was like, these are so cool. They go on the branches together. So that's my winter card, but I had to take floral paper and turn it into a winter paper. And I was like, this is going to be fun. Every paper has flowers on it. What am I going to do with this? So this is what I did. I colored the paper with garden green and blueberry bushel. So if you buy tomorrow, want to dig this out, or you can use blends or markers. I'm using markers. Boo hiss on the markers going away. But that's what I used to color it with. It's some blueberry bushel and some garden green. And I made a winter card. So that's what we're making tomorrow. And we'll make this one as well with the same paper. Okay, so this is a lovely floral garden. Do you guys remember? I forgot the name already. It's in your kit, but it should be somewhere around here. Here, maybe it's on the bag. That's what the paper looks like originally, and that's what it looks like after you color it. Here. Nope, I don't even have a label on the paper. But this one, I figured it has some florals on it, but I hid it enough where you can't see the florals and made it just a tiny border. All right, so that's that. That's tomorrow. Fresh freesia and that card. All right, let's see what else we can do. Oh, bonus days. We got to talk about bonus days. Oh, my goodness, this month only. Well, not this month only. Until February 2nd. For every $50 you spend, you get a $5 coupon. That's pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Sneak peek of what we're making in our Easter Basket Workshop series. Okay, this was my swap. That's the little belly band. Swap meaning I made a card swap, and we'll be making this on my YouTube channel. And you're going to be using your paper called Splash of Sparkles or something like that, I think it's called. But you're also using some of your Easter basket paper. Joy of Easter paper. I mean, they're so stinking cute. I can't stand it. The bunnies are too cute. And the little chick and everyone looks different. Anyway, I just punched out some circles behind it, but you don't even need to do that. You could just kind of ink up little pieces of paper behind it. All right, what else do we have? We have Easter basket cards we made here on my YouTube channel. If you missed how to basket weave, check out how to basket weave. We made these on my YouTube channel already as part of the Easter basket series. If you missed how to make the double fold treat pouch, I also did a small video about it. And this was a different one of my swaps. So my swaps end up always becoming my tutorials. This is the one I pulled an all-nighter for to make all these cards the other night. I couldn't do it any quicker because I had to do a medical procedure and I couldn't do anything when I was getting ready for that. I was like, I can't do anything. So all I did was wait until the very last minute. These were due on the 20th to be postmarked, and I did them all night. I mean, I'd started the die cutting before. This was a different 3D swap, these are based on. All right, so who has special delivery? Who got a special delivery? I did. It's the paper pumpkin kit called Special Delivery. I don't know what it's about yet. I haven't bothered to even look into it. But this is a subscription that we offer at Stampin' Up. And you can get this, you can get a fun surprise kit in the mail every month. And you never know what it's going to be. And I usually don't cheat and find out what it's going to be. But because I like being surprised. And I sometimes use the kit as is. And sometimes I just do my own thing. And a lot of times I do auctions on Whatnot. And you might see the kit inside of my Whatnot auction if I just can't get to it. But I do always like as many. I try to do as many as I can. This is Poppy Parade's ink spot. And this is the stamp set, which you'll get to see a better view of. Because there's a piece of paper inside each kit that shows what the stamp set looks like. Looks like we got a postal theme going on. I like that we got some Poppy Parade tissue paper. That's pretty nice. Oh, a nice postage theme going on. Because this has a little postage. Oh, lots of stamps. And see, lots of little postage stamps and lots of little postage things. Oh, nice envelopes. All right, so you get everything you need, except for well, we have a kits collection. In the kits collection, you seriously get everything you need. You even get a stamping block. Now, in the Paper Pumpkin, you get a stamping block when you first subscribe. That's a little stamping block to do your inking up. But you always get all the adhesives you need. So as long as you have a stamping block, take a pair of scissors with you. I always take extra adhesive with me. And this is a great thing to travel with because you can do all your crafting on the go. So the first thing you do is take out your instructions. And if you want to read them, you can. But at least you can use this as a guide. But I like to see what coordinating colors there are in the kit. And there's also nice dies to go along with that, which I keep forgetting to order. But hey, if you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, you can order the new stamp positioning tool on our website. I am selling one of my older ones with a case. And let's see if I have that here. I'm selling an older one. But we're having a new, there's a new stamp positioning tool coming out. It's better than this. It's not better than the Stamparatus. It's better than maybe the Fiskars one, or maybe it's like the equivalent of the Tim Holtz one. It's not like the Mistier Stamparatus in that it doesn't have hinges. But anyway, all the demonstrators can order that today. And that's when I might be able to get these dies that I keep forgetting to order. All right, so anyway, let's see what it says. Blueberry Bushel, Bubble Bath, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, and Gold. Oh, lots of supplies in this kit. Okay, and then this is like a great, detailed instruction. Yeah. There's a ton of stuff going on in this card. look at all the stuff going on in that card. All right, so that's pretty. And okay, here's some backgrounds. So you get all the little pieces, you get your adhesives. Oh, beautiful envelopes. And this card kit makes nine cards. All right, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. And some more. All right. Oh, I like these. I like the little lines. This is bubble bath, right? That's what it was said, bubble bath? Yes. I could see the bubble bath. And I guess blueberry bushel. That doesn't look like blueberry bushel to me. So maybe it's a light hue of blueberry bushel. Okay, here's some stamps. Oh, that's nice. Okay, let's see. You could probably just stick these onto the card. Let's see. How many? There seems like a bazillion of these. Let me see what the card looks like. 9. It doesn't. I wonder if it actually lines up to the card. Okay, blueberry bushel. And there's some kind of pink cards. I'm looking for pink cards. Okay, here's some extra cards. Okay, here's some pink cards. Let's see if that actually lines up. Kind of. Yeah. Okay, look. You can just stick them right on your card, right? Well, you could use a little sticker machine. Oh, no, you can't, because they're going to be used in dimensionals. So you could stick these right on your card, and they would line up perfectly. That's nice. I thought they look way bigger than a card. Okay, here we got a little honeybee-looking background. Some little flowers. Oh, wow, that's nice layering going on there. That's gorgeous. Oops, gorgeous. Okay, these are for stamping. Your sentiments, little pieces. Oh, nice little die-cut pieces. And then you saw that you had some little dimensionals. That's to pop up your little pieces. So, yeah, really cool kit. Now we're going to find the little piece that shows you the stamp set. All right, here we go. Sending love, airmail. Let's see. Love, love, love. Sending love. This is good for Valentine's Day as well. I really like this. So this is what you get as an insert. It tells you what the stamp set looks like. You brighten my day just for you. Happy Valentine's. Very cool. All right. So let's see. No, Rosemary. I said you would, if Rosemary, if you want to get the card club, let me know because I could send it with your, I think you ordered, didn't you order the Designer Series paper share? That's what I said I'm going to be sending you. All right. Elaine. Hello. Nice to see you again. All right. Let me see. I think I have one more thing. It's about my upcoming bingo. Bingo. I have a little like a QR code for my bingo. Okay. Sorry for the delay. I have a Easter basket bingo kit. These are the papers you're getting this time. Okay, you're getting a Pleasant Patterns Designer Series paper. Let's see. And every one of the bingo kits comes with a bingo card, your die cut shape, your card base, your insert, your envelope. You're going to get Splash of Sparkles. And you always have extra paper to make your things. I'll show you the cards another time because I just don't have it all together here to show you on this channel. You're going to get some Country Woods paper and some specialty paper there. Okay, and then you're going to get, it's Easter basket bingo, so you're getting a little Easter basket and a special little surprise to put your little eggs in. All right, at least one egg. Okay, so if you want to sign up for Easter basket bingo, it is February 27th. There'll be lots of great prizes. You don't need the die cuts. All you need is the Easter basket stamp set to participate because all the bunnies and the chicks are fitting on the die cut shapes I gave you. That's why you're getting big die cut shapes, so we don't have to do any die cutting. Make it simple. We're going to make 3 cards, and you're going to also play 4 games of bingo with the same 3 cards. You're going to play all 4 games of bingo. You have a chance to buy 3 more cards, and if you're in my card club, you get 1 free bingo card as part of my card club in the February kit, and the event is on February 27th. Or sorry, right here, February 27th. That's what I should be pointing at 7 p.m. It's on Zoom, so it's a virtual bingo. My husband calls out the bingo. And order your kit by the 10th to make sure you get your kit on time. You woke up to 0 degrees this morning. Sorry, Jean. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Hi, Karen. Nice to see you. Well, Karen's saying she's entering the frozen tundra. I am actually warm down here in Georgia. I don't have to run my water. I'm not freezing my butt off. None of the things. So you're in with the bingo. Good. Thank you, Rosemary. Maybe that was the one that I was thinking I needed to send you. I knew there was something I needed to send you. That it was like partially cut. Like I said, my husband went out to the post office like 8 o'clock this morning. I mailed all your stuff. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It's awesome that he's mailing my stuff. It's just that sometimes I don't have everything ready yet. I used to go at like 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, if you missed it early in this video, I gave you all the measurements just because we've done so much since then. Just so you know why you're here in case you got here late, like Karen and anybody that got here late. This is what we made today. We made 2 cards for the Card on Blue Card Club. We're making 2 more tomorrow. Then on this weekend, then I have my Whatnot show on Friday afternoon, okay, at 3 p.m. My Whatnot auction. Then on maybe Saturday night or Sunday night, we're going to make some more bunny projects, okay? So that's what's going on my channel. Thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening. And thank you all for chatting with each other and keeping everybody engaged and hitting like on this video, subscribing to my channel, and for just crafting along and keeping me company and persevering with all my tech issues. Have a great time. Great. Thank you for subscribing. Rosemary, you could be next month. You can be in next month's card club. And then the month after that, we're going to probably, I'm going to send out the voting, but I think you guys, next month is like right, what is it called? The right words or something about words. I can't remember the exact saying. And then the month after that, I'm going to do a vote, but I hope you guys, might pick like the one that we can all get for $5, making it really affordable to be in my card club. All right. Talk to you later. Have a great evening.